Arsenal 2, Bayer Leverkusen 0, 3-1 on aggregate, and that is us through to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. I don't need to tell you how big this is right now. We are still on course to win the quadruple. I'm not saying we will. I'm saying we're on course to. And we're now, in the Premier League anyways, we are now the only club on course to do so. There isn't a single other club out there. Man City lost their quadruple earlier today. And at the same time, we've retained it. And they very well could lose the Carabao Cup final as well, which is going to happen, I believe, in the weekend. And that is a game. That is a game that could absolutely seal this season for Arsenal. If we win the Carabao Cup, we could go on to do great things. We could be so motivated from where we are to the competitions that we're in, where we are in the Premier League, where we are in the FA Cup. That can motivate us so massively to get everything over the line. Or even not everything, at least get the league over the line. Man City, as things stand, are an absolute shambles right now. Jimmy, this has probably been one of the worst seasons for Man City I've seen in a long time. But in general, they're just on really poor form. They've only won like one game in their last 5 or 6, something like that. And we've got to take advantage of that. They're in poor form, and they have to go into a cup final against us, the biggest, the team that's in every single competition, who is expected to go win the quadruple. Make the most of that. Go up against them, take them on, get the goals. As for this game, though, it was unbelievable. I didn't even look at the stats. Actually, hang on. Let me bring the stats up now. I can get rid of that. I don't need that. Apologies. Just one moment. Arsenal and stats. The stats are 41.6% possession compared to their 58. That only really came in the second half, to be fair, when the game was already kind of sealed off. We had 21 shots. They had 9. 21 shots. Easy to believe how we ended up winning this game. 12 shots on target compared to their 2. 12 shots on target is absolutely mad, considering it was only 2-0. It could have been more. We absolutely battered them. We were by far and away the better team, especially in the first half. That first half performance, I don't think I've seen an Arsenal game like it. We were by far and away dominant, and we've got to be on a high after that. We missed one big chance. They missed one. I think that big chance came in the first half. I believe it was Ben White who missed the chance. We got 10 corners. They got 8. So it was a game with plenty of corners in it, and you could tell just by watching it. It's a shame we didn't get a corner goal, really. I'm starting to miss my corner goals. But we're scoring from open play. We're finding ways one way or another, and that is all I care about. But the fact that we're scoring from open play now gives me a lot more hope to where this club is going, to where this team is going. I don't care whether or not we score from a set piece or score from an open play goal, but it's good to see we are not solely relying on set pieces. And now that narrative is gone. The narrative of Arsenal as set piece FC, it's all gone now. And funnily enough, no one's talking about set pieces in a negative light anymore. Man United have absolutely dominated set piece goals, and no one's complaining about it. It's just because it's Arsenal. Anyways, we did have fewer accurate passes, 319 compared to their 469. Bit of a stretch, and I do think that's something we really do need to work on. And that results in a lower overall pass accuracy, 83% pass accuracy compared to their 87, which is 0.8, so basically 88. Yeah, no, we do need to sort that out, really. We do need a better overall pass accuracy. I can understand some passes being intercepted. I don't have a problem with that. It's going to happen. But it feels like we do tend to lose the ball quite a bit in the midfield, and that really does concern me a little bit. And of course, cards-wise, they had 1 yellow card, we had 0, and no red cards were shown. But that, to me, tells me that there's also discipline in this Arsenal team. A lot of discipline that has been drilled since last season. And last season was we were absolutely riddled with red cards. But there's a lot that this Arsenal team have done to grow. Looking at that game right now, we were by far and away dominant. We deserved to win that game. Let no one tell you otherwise. It's a shame that we didn't win that game by at least 3 more goals. But still, this is the Arsenal team that we've all been wanting to see. Now we're in 4 competitions. We're fighting on 4 different fronts right now. By the end of the week, we're going to be either victors of one of them or we're going to just be out of it. But either way, the fact that we have fought on 4 different fronts and still we look absolutely phenomenal today shows me that this team does have a mentality now. We need to have that mentality going into the Carabao Cup final, and we have got to win that game. It is a must-win now. If we win that game, and we win the Carabao Cup, that game will motivate us to win so much more. I could genuinely see us winning almost a lot, maybe even the lot, if we're being greedy. And let's be a bit greedy, okay? We do want to win the quadruple. If we win the quadruple, that is history. That is a history not many people can repeat. But let's do it. Let's get that done. Anyways, let's get now into the player ratings, and starting off in goal, David Raya. What a performance from David Raya. He was catching the ball whenever he needed it. We know how he does it. That one save that he made near the end of the game, I wouldn't say kept us in it, but it kept them from piling on pressure and maybe us possibly sodding up and conceding another goal. That save alone ensured that the game was more comfortable. David Raya, I'm giving an 8. And that's probably the highest rating I've ever given David Raya. In right back, I'm going to say... What am I saying? Am I going to say? In right back, Ben White, you can see what he adds to the team. The overlap play that he plays with Saka or Madueke. And it's very important that we keep that up. Now, obviously, he did have to come off for Mosquera, but he played his role really, really well, and I do think we look so much more aggressive with him. Ben White, I'm going to give, I'll say a 7. Gabriel, I think with Gabriel, I think he was phenomenal again. That last-ditch defending was typically him. Saliba did his job as well, but the last-ditch defending was mostly him, and you could see how much it meant to just get a clean sheet in this game. That's probably our first clean sheet in, I think, 4 games, something like that. We don't get... No, wait, why am I saying that? We got a clean sheet literally against Everton. Okay, but we haven't been getting many clean sheets this season. That's what I meant to say. And that clean sheet, getting 2 clean sheets in a row is absolutely big. It is very big. David Raya... Why am I saying David Raya? Gabriel, I'm also going to give an 8. William Saliba. Now, William Saliba was a very solid game as well. I don't think he was quite as impactful compared to Gabriel, but still, the importance of that player. You cannot underestimate that. William Saliba, I'm giving a 7. Pierre Nkapie, up against his old club. I was hoping he'd score. I really was hoping he'd get a goal. But he really couldn't. That's unfortunate, but he still had such a brilliant game. I'm giving him a 7 as well. Martin Zubimendi. Now, Martin Zubimendi, very good ball control, very good ways of getting around the opposition, moving the ball forward, and in general, him and Declan Rice, who I'm going to get onto next, Declan Rice absolutely dominated that midfield. Martin Zubimendi, you are getting an 8. Declan Rice, what can you say about Declan Rice? What can you say that I haven't already said? He is proving himself every single game, more or less. But this game in particular, he stood out. That goal that he scored, chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. Declan Rice, I'm going to give him a 9. Now, Eberechi Eze, obviously he got the opening goal. And that goal, you cannot undersell how important that goal is. But overall, the way he was getting past defenders, the way defenders really struggled with him when he was in the middle of the park, and that confidence that he was playing, unbelievable. Eberechi Eze is getting an 8. Bukayo Saka. This game has to be one of Bukayo Saka's best performances. Genuinely, he actually looked like he had a bit of confidence going forward, taking defenders on, getting the ball in the box. Where was that Saka in the first leg? This Bukayo Saka, it's like he's a completely different person again. Bukayo Saka, I'm giving a 7.5. Leandro Trossard had a brilliant chance, but he should have taken it a bit better. But I can't hold him too accountable for it. And overall, very solid performance. It looked like the defenders were struggling with him as well. Not as much as Saka, I don't think, but still struggling. Leandro Trossard, I'm giving you a 7. And finally, Victor Gyökeres. I swear down, Victor Gyökeres really relished in this game. He was absolutely living life. Now, some of his touches weren't great, but for the vast majority of it, defenders couldn't get a hold of him. He held the ball every time we went up to him, or almost every time we went up to him. He took defenders on. He could have even got a goal. Really unlucky not to. But he proved himself in this game. Gyökeres, I'm giving a 7. Mikel Arteta, he got everything right, and there's nothing more to say. 10. The referee, quite a normal performance for a referee, really. I'm going to give him an 8. And the fans, as you know, the fans typically get a 10, and this day hasn't changed. Fans get a 10. But anyways, that is my match review, for Arsenal 2, Bayer Leverkusen 0. Let me know what you think down below. Like, share, and comment, and please subscribe. It really does help out the channel. And I will see you for the match preview for Arsenal versus Man City in the Carabao Cup, and that is a big one. Goodbye for now.